Red Bull Racing have held what motorsport.com dubbed as crisis talks after the Bahrain Grand Prix, with both cars both qualifying and finishing outside of the top 5. Christian Horner, Helmut Marko, Pierre Vacher and Paul Monahan all spearheaded the meeting, while Max Verstappen and Yuki Tsunoda were both not in attendance. Well, we thank you for attending this news video here on the GPFans channel. We have 2 videos in the pipeline for you today, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss either of them. Red Bull are third in the Constructors' Championship, as is Max Verstappen in the driver's standings, but the team has arguably produced the 4th fastest car so far this season. Horner, Marko, Vacher and Monahan all attended an emergency meeting in Bahrain post-race, but not to find the imposter, but rather to quickly find a solution to the RB21's many issues. After the meeting, Marko said the following to the present media. Quote, "It's a very difficult day for Red Bull, that's obvious to all of us. We have to get, as soon as possible, performance in the car again, and also standards like a pit stop have to work. The car's not the fastest, and then the pit stops are not working. That is not acceptable." When asked about how concerned Red Bull are about the season's start, Marko did not hold back. Quote, "Very alarming. We know that we are not competitive and there will be parts coming in the coming races, and hopefully they bring improvements. We have a lot of problems. The main problem is balance and grip, and out of this, so I guess the problems with the brakes came up. And then the normal procedure like a pit stop is not working, so one issue comes after the other." On his way to an impressive P2 finish, George Russell manually opened his DRS between turns 10 and 11, despite this not being a DRS straight or Russell having anyone directly in front of him. After an investigation from the FIA, the Brit has not been punished, as it was both accidental and no advantage was gained. But another driver did get disqualified from the Grand Prix. Russell was battling electronic issues throughout the Bahrain Grand Prix, losing his brake-by-wire, his transponder, and even being warned on team radio that he could lose his dashboard display. The transponder tells the electronics and the team where the car is on the track, and as it didn't work, the automatic DRS activation didn't either. Russell had to use a backup radio button, but that button doubles as a manual DRS button as well, so he accidentally opened DRS when trying to contact his team. He closed it again after just 37 meters, however, and also lifted off the throttle after to compensate for any time gained. Looking at the telemetry, the FIA calculated Russell gained about 0.02 of a second, but lost nearly 0.3 by lifting, which is why they decided not to penalize the Mercedes driver, as there was no advantage gained and it was entirely accidental. The FIA did crack down on Nico Hülkenberg. He had excessive wear on his skid block, and so from his P13, the German was disqualified. What are your thoughts on all of this? Let us know in the comments down below. We're 4 rounds into the 2025 F1 season already, and the Drivers' Championship is shaping up very nicely so far. Let's have a look at it now in full as we head to Jeddah this weekend. Lando Norris has not won since the season opener in Australia, but maintains his championship lead with 77 points, scoring a podium in every Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri is right behind him on 74 points, with Max Verstappen falling to 3rd with a very nice 69 points. George Russell's P2 in Bahrain brings him up to 63, while Charles Leclerc moves up to 5th place on 32 points. Kimi Antonelli and Lewis Hamilton are 6th and 7th respectively, and Alex Albon still leads the midfield on 18 points. Esteban Ocon and Lance Stroll complete the top 10, while Pierre Gasly scored his first points of the season, putting him in 11th above Nico Hülkenberg and Ollie Behrman. Yuki Tsunoda scored his first points at Red Bull, with Isaac Hadjar and Carlos Sainz 15th and 16th. Fernando Alonso, Liam Lawson, Jack Doohan and Gabriel Bortoleto still await their first points of the season. That's it from me. I'll be back later today with the next one, so I hope to see you then. Either way, thank you so much for watching.